This week on The Real Housewives of Potomac.
High when it comes to Mia because
Mia has done a lot.
Always Mia.
She's been the center of the conversation, every single table conversation.
Well,
she
maybe
has.
there's something to discuss.
She has.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back and Happy New Year. This is the first video of 2025. All the reality shows were off these past 2 weeks, but we are back. And today we're going to be talking about The Real Housewives of Potomac, episode 13 of season 9. So let's get right into this. Alright guys, I hope y'all had a great break. I gotta say, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed not having the shows on, and kind of just, having some time for other stuff. But anyway, so let's start with this episode. So the women are in their trip in Panama, and the episode begins with Mia on the phone with her mom. There's a whole situation that happened where Mia is saying that Gordon went to go get the kids from the nanny that Mia had left them with, and that he got them and he took them and dropped them off with another nanny. So her and Jacqueline are calling to find out where the kids are at. So she's pretty much still vilifying this man, which I'm pretty much over with, because I don't know if y'all are aware of this, but on New Year's Eve, I think it was reported that Mia broke up with Iyke, and she posted some picture of her and Gordon, like hashtag they're back together. It's a hot mess. So seeing these scenes with the fake ass tears and her man, I don't know, it's just too much. But the good thing is that the kids were fine. They were with someone who Mia trusts and knows that they're going to be okay there. Then Mia says that she's ready for some alcohol. Stacey then goes to visit Kriana. She's joking with Kay that she misses her as roommates. She'd rather share with Kay than with Gizelle. They then all get together and get on the van to go to the city to go and visit. And as they're there, Karen asks Kriana about Greg. And Kriana says that she just spoke to him last night and that she really loves him. She then starts talking about how she met him. She had just closed her salon and was getting ready to open her spa. And Greg had just gotten a divorce. So it took a bit to connect, but she says that things are much better now, especially since they live together. Again, I know everyone's different, but moving together and not being engaged is a bit too much for me, especially because they're building a new house. But I don't know, maybe their commitment can be strong enough without an engagement. Gizelle then says that at the Love Lagoon the other day, Ray told her that Karen gave him a list of what he needs to do for Karen for the love to continue. Karen says, oh, well, some of the things I put on there were like opening the door for me, going downtown. Giselle's like, oh, well, are you doing it in return? Listen, these ladies sure do love talking about sex. Here's the thing, though. I gotta say, the way we saw Ray show up for Karen on that body cam footage we saw that was recently revealed, I hope Karen realizes that that man truly does love her and care for her, whether he does what's on the list or not. It seemed like the ride was pretty long because there is a lot of conversations that are being had. Jacqueline sort of whispers to Ashley about the situation that happened with Mia this morning. And then they arrive to their beautiful location, beautiful architecture. Miss Wendy kept getting catcalled. She's got it. She's got it. So they then go to some of the cool stores that are there. Gizelle, Karen, Wendy, and Jacqueline went to this hat store. I thought it was really nice that Karen and Gizelle decided to get matching. They decided to get some hats for Wendy and Wendy's daughter, because she's been a good host, and she really has. Wendy definitely gets an A+ on how she hosted this trip. Although Wendy did say she would never wear the hat again, which I thought was a little rude to say about a gift. The hat was not that bad. The hats were kind of nice. So at the other shop, Mia, Stacey, Kay, and Ashley are shopping. And Mia is once again telling them this whole story about Gordon and the kids. And the women were connecting with her from the perspective of, like, they can't imagine not knowing where their kids are at. If they were in that position, that would be horrible. Eventually, though, Ashley tells Mia something to the effect of, you had said some things a few weeks ago that I was kind of hoping you would clear up, but you actually doubled down on them last night. And she's referring to the whole thing that Mia said about Gizelle's daughters. But Mia doesn't even try to fake it. She says to Ashley, look, I'm going through so much stuff right now. I really don't give a F. Ashley says, well, I don't know how to show up for you then, Mia. And Mia's pretty much like, okay, I don't care. And Ashley's like, oh, okay, well, whatever. So she says, I gotta get out of here. And she leaves the store. Stacey and Kriana really they kind of seem to be on Mia's side. Not saying that they approve of what Mia said, but I think they see her perspective a bit more. So then they all reconvene at a restaurant. They're drinking and drinking a lot of rum. They're having like a bit of a taste test. Ashley quickly goes outside to talk to her boys before they go over to their dad's house, and then they ordered some food, and then they played a game. Now, we know housewives games are always shady, always gonna end up in a fight, but this was actually a very nice, lighthearted, fun game. It was do your best imitation of one another, and it was hilarious. A lot of them were definitely spot on. When they impersonate Kriana, they somehow mention Greg again, and Kay says that she really, really likes him. She says that one time they went on to the Bahamas at the beginning of their relationship, and Gizelle says she actually recommends this when people are starting to go out, like to go on a trip. She says that when she had this guy that she was seeing, and they went to Puerto Rico, and she says he left her there. That's crazy, but you know what? I like that idea though. I could see like going with someone you're dating. I could see that making your relationship more intimate. I mean, I would hope so. I would hope they don't leave you like they left Gizelle. Ashley then says to Jacqueline, you know, back in the day, we had heard something about you and Mia sharing an ex-boyfriend. Was that Ink? And then Mia and Jacqueline just start like giggling and all this stuff. And Jacqueline's like, I can't remember. So clearly the answer is yes. It's crazy, but not a shocker. I mean, Mia and Jacqueline, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they've had dungeon parties at that point. Mia actually admits it, and she says that the three of them took a shower one time together. Oh. Jacqueline's like, well, I'm not embarrassed. Why not discover yourself with your friend? Oh, okay. Wendy then tells them all to change outfits. Remember, they had gone shopping before the trip, so they're wearing what they bought. And I gotta say, some of them looked very, very good. So on the Sprinter, Mia is calling Ink through FaceTime, and everyone can hear her be like, oh, I miss you. I want to bring you here. And then Stacey FaceTimes her friend slash boyfriend, TJ, and he did say something nice to her for the first time, which is, you look very cute. But apparently he was shirtless, which Stacey had said she'd never really seen him before shirtless. So I wonder what he was doing. So then they arrive to this restaurant that looked very nice, and Wendy gives a toast about friendship and liberation. And then Stacey asks Kriana about some blog, some article that she saw about Kriana and some court case. Gizelle's like, a court case? What's that about? Kriana says, I'm suing Deborah. And Gizelle says, oh, that's still a thing? And Kay says, yes, it is a thing, and it will always be a thing for me. And she starts to say that she's going to sue her both criminally and civilly. Gizelle says something to the effect of, why civilly? You know she ain't got no money. Kriana's like, that's her problem. She's got to figure it out. You know, I've said it a million times. I'll just say it once again because that they were talking about it. But I think if you're gonna fight, then fight. Like, don't be over here suing people about it. Like, we all saw the tape. Kay was pretty involved in the fight. She was throwing a lot of these punches. So I know a lot of people disagree, but that's just my opinion. But I really do want to see what the outcome of this is. Because, again, I don't see any judge being like, oh, yeah, she assaulted you. I see a judge probably being like, y'all gonna fight. Like, that was it. Like, you know, because that's what happened with Candiace and Monique, too. But, yeah, we'll definitely see what the outcome is. You guys, I gotta tell y'all, Gizelle and Karen love each other. I love the way that Wendy put it, too. She said they pretty much act like an old couple. Gizelle was, like, even ordering food for Karen. I was like, aw. So, after ordering, Wendy asks them how was their shopping. And Kay says, oh, well, it was good for a bit, but, like, Ashley stormed off. And Ashley says, well, it was a bit overwhelming for me. Stacey says, well, I think it was a pretty overwhelming time for Mia as well. She didn't tell y'all, but she had a pretty rough morning. And they're asking Mia what happened. And she says, oh, well, I didn't know where my children were. Gordon took them. I was panicking. But I know where they are now and they're okay. Wendy says, listen, Mia, as a friend, my concern is your children. I don't think that Gordon should be around them if this is what he's doing. Mia's like, well, I can't do that. I mean, he's never done anything to actually hurt them. So, like, what am I going to say to a judge? So Karen says something similar happened to her. And you guys, how did I forget Karen had a whole other son with a whole other man? But she says that one time her ex drove the son somewhere far away, and Karen, she definitely did something about it. Gizelle then says to Mia, well, Mia, I also want my kids to be in a safe space too. And I was informed last night that you doubled down on what you had said. I was thinking, what do you mean you were informed? Weren't you there, Gizelle? Or unless this happened off camera. But Mia's like, well, I apologized to you last night already. And Gizelle says, yeah, you apologized to me off camera, which is strange. And Mia says, oh, well, I'm sorry. I didn't know you had certain parameters when it came to somebody apologizing to you. But I truly meant it. I meant the apology. It was a poor example to use, but I'm tired of being under a microscope for what I put on my social media. I'm authentic. I put what I want. If you don't like it, you don't have to, but I ain't changing. Ashley says to me, listen, you're just doing so many things that may not be in the best interest for the people involved. Jacqueline then jumps in to defend Mia, and she says, y'all, she's going through a lot, and like y'all have been really hard on her. Like y'all have a lot of heat when it comes to Mia, and everyone's like, no, like Giselle's like, stop. This is her doing, and Karen says this is stuff that Mia has done, and Mia's like, I guess just upset. She says, I'm here to celebrate liberation. There's no liberation. Y'all are just miserable bees. And then I don't know how, but they started talking about blonde hair. I don't know. But to wrap things up, Karen says that Mia needs to really work on repairing some relationships in this group. In other words, it's on Mia to make things right. And that's where the episode ends. Again, you guys, I'm kind of done with Mia's. It seems like the entire season has been on Mia, which maybe that's why I'm not really enjoying this season as much as a lot of people are. I'm not enjoying it. Like, okay, we get it, but for this to be the whole storyline all season, it's getting on my nerves. But yeah, you guys, let me know what your thoughts were about this episode. I hope you guys had a great break. I hope y'all had holiday break. I hope y'all have a great 2025. I really hope so, and I hope this year is going to be amazing for all of us. Also, let me know, how's the weather where you guys live, because over here down in Dallas, Texas, it's like freezing. And y'all know that over here in Texas, if the temperature goes under 30 degrees, it's like the end of the world for us. So I gotta keep warm. But y'all, let me know what y'all thoughts were. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Y'all have a great one. Bye.